14,
13,
12,
11,
10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2.
and 1.
For me, the International Youth Media Summit is a family bound by one goal, determined to change the world together.
It's the place where I can settle my belief system and develop the progressive one, and it's the place where I can feel utmost love and gratitude.
When we're together, I can hear happy birthday in 14 languages.
It's people I can count on, no matter how far away. It's having parts of your heart all around the world.
What it means to me is friendship. Making friends over the summit and building those relationships and keeping in contact with close people.
Summit is really exciting. It is not something you attend one time and forget, because the friends you make and memories, they stay with you forever.
This year proves that IYMS is not just an event or a summit, but a family that grows together.
Every year I am in awe of what we are able to create at IYMS, of the films that we make. And as an artist, I am reminded of the importance of art, the importance of the stories that we tell, and our responsibility in telling those stories.
And I can't wait for you guys who are new to see what IYMS can do and the change that we are about to do with all our amazing PSAs and videos.
Together, we can transform this battered planet into a peaceful, just, healthy home for everyone.
IYMS is a portal of expanded thoughts and bigger visions, a pathway to meet and collaborate with like-minded people. I would say it is a lifetime opportunity for all of us in the IYMS family, because there are 1.2 billion youngsters around the world, but only we got the chance to be a part of it. IYMS is a home for endless creativity. IYMS changes lives. IYMS is family.
So if this is your first year with IYMS, all I can say is that you're in for an adventure. And if you will let it, it will go beyond just these 2 weeks with us, and it will affect and enrich your entire life.
Something that I will hold in my heart forever. I cannot wait for the next summit, the virtual summit, and also the next year's summit in Croatia.
I hope to see you again in Croatia next year. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy.
This year, we remain united from our homes. Welcome to a whole new IYMS. Welcome to IYMS Online.
I see trees of green.
I am Giovanni from Concepcion Malagueña.
I see them blue.
I am Francisco.
For me and you. And
I am Anna. We are
what
Anna.
a wonderful world.
I am Emiliano.
This is our family from Italy, from Concepcion de Malagueña. International Youth Media Summit 2020, only online. We welcome to everybody and we wish you a wonderful time together. See you soon.
Bye-bye. Hello everybody, my name is Sofia. I am from Italy and this is my third summit. I am really proud to be part of this big family, and I can't wait to work with you and to create amazing things despite this situation. and I really, really can't wait. I'm so happy and excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, delegates, diplomats, filmmakers, advisors,
Youth champions, change makers, hosts, mentors, and all our honorable guests.
welcome to the 15th Annual International Youth Media Summit.
Online, united from our homes. Dobrodošli na 15. Međunarodni summit Medija za mlade.
Welcome to a summit event no one could ever have imagined before.
This is Antonio Britva.
This is Rebecca Čuljak, and we will be your hosts for the opening ceremony today.
For the last 365 days, we were looking forward to seeing all your faces in person in beautiful Karlovac in Croatia.
And at the moment, you can only see us. You must be wondering, where are all the rivers we promised you would see?
We know this is not what we initially promised, but bear with us throughout this online journey and you will find this experience to be truly valuable and memorable for each and every one of you. For 15 years, we have been bringing together young change makers from all over the world for 2 weeks to discuss and explore current global issues, learn from and about each other, and most importantly, create films that we believe can make a difference in this world.
This year, you may not be finding inspiration in local culture or new breathtaking views, but you will definitely find creative sparks in each other and in your own surroundings.
By confronting and examining global problems and exploring solutions together, you will be bound in a shared purpose. Barriers of misunderstanding and ignorance will be bridged. Stereotypes broken down, friendships will emerge, and creativity will flow.
Our world has changed so much since our last summit. We have completely new barriers ahead of us, like adjusting and responding to the new pandemic while overcoming the limitations of technology. Only if we stand together, we have a chance at making a real difference.
And since we know that the combination of youth and media is an increasingly powerful force of change in the world, this year we will have to focus on connecting the 7 issues to the latest world developments.
And who better to elaborate on that than our dear Birgitta Olsson, chairperson of the advisory board. Birgitta, you will now be joining us.
Yes, I'm ready. Okay, can you hear me? Thank you for coming and thank you for sharing this event. Thank you for your courage. I will speak to you with help from a well-known activist from my country, Sweden, Greta Thunberg. She is brave and she is marching for the future, because the bravest thing of all is always hope. Being brave doesn't mean you aren't scared, really scared, badly scared, and you do the right thing anyway. Sometimes the hardest thing is the right thing at the same. After addressing the United Nations Climate Action Summit in September 2019, she writes, "Yet another meeting is over and all that is left is empty words. We do not accept these odds." That is what the speech was about if you read it in full, and of course alludes to our remaining carbon budget. But the only message that seems to have resonated is, "How dare you? You're failing us," she said. But the young people are starting to understand your betrayal. The eyes of all future generations are upon you. And if you choose to fail us, I say, we will never forgive you. We will not let you get away with this. Right here, right now is the way we draw the line. The world is waking up and change is coming, whether you like it or not. When Greta marches along the streets of our globe, she works with words. Words have power, we all know that, but moving images are so much stronger. In films, words, images, acting and sound come together, but a film is still a film. pandemics, and climate crisis are all caused by humans. Doing our best is no longer good enough. We must now do the seemingly impossible. And that is up to you and me, because no one else would do it for us. The moment is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Birgitta, for making those moments possible for the last 15 years. And thank you for the wonderful speech. Every year, we endeavor to break more boundaries, reach more people, and have a bigger impact with our PSAs.
Every year, we move the summit to a different location in the world to meet new people, learn more about the world around us, and keep finding new stories to tell from across the globe.
To all our alumni, welcome back. And to all the newbies, don't worry, you're not the only ones confused. You'll get the hang of what we do very soon.
To give you an insight into how much fun we have when we are able to meet in one location, let us tell you a story.
Let's jump back in time to 2019 and to the city of Lakes, which played host to our last year's summit in Nepal.
So you might think that you know what is happening in the world, but I'm sorry to say you know nothing about the world unless you have experienced at least something close to this in person. 61 delegates from 22 countries this year. More than 1,000 young delegates from almost 70 countries have participated in this event during the first 14 years. The mission: across cultures and borders, they write and produce films to inspire their generation and make the world a better place. Not exactly an easy task.
Basically, as UNESCO, we feel that sustainable development without young people is not possible. The very notion of sustainable development, of using the resources of today in a way that there will be available resources for the generations of tomorrow, needs to involve youth.
So this actually matters, and this leads to change.
Super talented young people that amaze you in every way possible, every single day for 2 weeks. Most of all, for the courage to share their own personal experience, no matter how dramatic, traumatic, or dark they may be. About the many big challenges that humanity still faces in 2019, breathtaking, heart-aching stories straight out of reality. So how come young people are here in Nepal to learn about the world and work really hard to produce films about these issues, while their friends and families face serious health problems, discrimination, poverty, and crisis due to climate change? How do they find the strength to fully commit to this mission just hours after receiving the news that one of their best friends back home were shot dead in an armed conflict? Because they know there's hope, that there are solutions to these problems. How do they know this? Because they are change makers themselves. To name just one of these young people, who I'm proud to now call my friend, Suhail Khan from Pakistan. When he was 17 years old, he started his own school to educate street children and vagabonds, fighting child labor against the odds and lack of funding. He told me there is a never-ending financial crisis to keep the education free for the 125 students. So my small contribution to you and your school is to pay for the whole school for 1 month. Here at the summit, we have so many more young women and men just like Suhail Khan. I wish I could help them all in one way or the other. True heroes of the world, change makers. But hero or not, how do you make a 2-minute film with no dialogue that can impact an audience and inspire future change makers to take action. With people you barely know, very little time, no budget, only the camera you brought, and only simple filmmaking tools. Well, first you need to get a green light from the summit's pitching committee before you even can think about setting up your camera and shout, action.
Yes, you have to think about that.
Let's transfer all the wonderful energy which you've just seen and some of you experienced
to this year's online summit as best as we can. And to motivate you a bit more, here is our dear IYMS President, Evelyn Subert.
Evelyn, the digital stage is now yours. I think we can't hear you, Evelyn. You will have to unmute yourself.
Hello, thank you so much, Antonio and Rebecca. And welcome everybody. And thank you for everyone for all of those beautiful videos that got us in the mood for this. Brigitte mentioned that we have a pandemic caused by humans. And this pandemic, COVID-19, has taken over the world. It has sent us to our rooms, locked us in, and forced us to watch our screens for 24/7. And on those screens, we've seen images, awful images, of children dying from hunger on the side of the road, of a Black man being murdered under a white policeman's knee, of peaceful protesters being gassed and beaten. And it felt like every aspect of our society was diseased. And we said to ourselves, where did these diseases come from? And then COVID-19 steps up and says, they're not new diseases. They've been around forever. They're my pandemic buddies. I bring out the worst in them and I help them to multiply. Look at those killer pandemics. Racism, violence, poverty, and my personal favorite, global warming. Sorry, humans, all your fault. So, should we thank COVID-19 for having this pandemic party and forcing us to look at the diseases that are slowly eating away at the very foundation of our happiness and well-being? Some say yes, that it's a wake-up call, a chance to turn a corner. But will we? Will we follow Greta and attempt the seemingly impossible? Or will we ignore those inconvenient truths and go back to the life that we knew, with its indifferences, inequalities, and injustices, its greed, hate, and a melting planet? But think about it. In this time, some people have had clean air for the first time in decades, clean water and time with their families. And some people have stood up to those pandemic buddies. They have fought back with kindness, with generosity, sacrifice, and courage. And just maybe, those are the things that are more important to a country's prosperity than its GDP. Do you know about the World Happiness Report? It ranks countries not by their wealth, but by how happy their citizens are. And what are the things that can contribute to that happiness? Freedom from poverty, from want, from hunger, equality of opportunity for jobs and education, good health care, clean air and water, being treated with respect. Now is the time to think out of the box, to be creative. In the same way that COVID-19 brought out the worst in these other diseases, a positive change in one area can lead to an improvement in another. Developing electric vehicles can create jobs to reduce poverty, and replacing gas guzzlers can reduce pollution to improve health. The earth wins, we win. Bingo. And we, my fellow changemakers, can do this. We can turn one of the darkest periods in our lifetimes into a glorious second chance for the human race. A new way of living that is centered on fairness, justice, and the health of our bodies and our planet. We can be the trailblazers on a path forward. And with our movies, our powerful, passionate, radiant movies, we can shine a beacon for others to follow. Anthropologist Margaret Mead spoke from experience when she said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world." Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Have a great summit, my fellow changemakers. Back to you, Croatia.
Dearest Evelyn, thank you so much. I think we'll have to agree with both Evelyn and Margaret Mead. We sure are able to show people how to toss away all their doubts regarding the ability to make a difference.
When all these talented and bright minds unite, it really is something special to be cherished. And we sure can show people how far our voices can travel if we yell loud and clear.
And by yelling, we mean using technology and media to raise awareness across the world.
Another person connecting our family across borders is our dear Sapan Hamal, Executive Director of IYMS. The digital stage is yours.
Hi everyone, thank you Antonia and thank you Rebecca. It feels so good to be here. So early in 2000, I remember the day when I first wanted to create my Yahoo email account because my brother had one and I don't know why I also wanted one as well. There was an old computer with a dial-up internet at my brother's office and he helped me to create an account. It took almost half a day for us to create an account. If I compare that day and today, within less than 20 years of time span, I feel we as a human being have progressed a lot in terms of technology. Would have thought of having a virtual IYMS gathering over 60 filmmakers, storytellers, and activists from all corners of the world together in one platform. When we initially discussed of IYMS this year going virtual, I personally had so many concerns and doubts in my head. But after seeing the utmost creativity and the hard work of our creation team, the youth committee, I'm now fully convinced that the spirit of our summit can never be stopped, no matter how big a challenge we face in our future. This is certainly a difficult time for all human beings, but I also see this as an opportunity. You can spend your time with your friends, families, and close ones. Try to contemplate yourself, garner your skills, realize your past mistakes, and come back solid and strong on your work, on your study, on your future goals, and on your careers. The small biological element have given us a huge chance to realize the importance of our existence, our environment, our biodiversity, and our own health. Please remember, like any other difficult time in your life, this shall pass too. All we need is some more patience, care, and love for each other. I'm sure, like any other IYMS, this year's summit will create another milestone for us. Let's join our hands together and show the world what are we capable of. I wish you all the best and have an amazing summit experience. I hope to see you all again in Croatia next year. Till then, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you so much. Over to you, Croatia.
Thank you for your kind words of encouragement, Sapan. Besides filmmaking, IYMS prides itself in connection with diplomacy. We are so grateful and fortunate to have a close and strong relationship with UNESCO.
Over the last 4 years, different offices have been supporting IYMS in several capacities. Therefore, we're welcoming to the digital stage our Juan Pablo Ramirez Miranda, Head of Social Science and the Youth Program from UNESCO New Delhi, here to talk to us today.
Hello, everyone. and delighted to say hello to all of you wherever you are in the world from New Delhi. I am Juan Pablo Ramirez, and I am here to speak on behalf of UNESCO, and I have to begin by thanking, of course, Antonio, Rebecca, and the organizers from Croatia, but also Evelyn, Brigitta, Zapan, and all the team of IYMS, because it's such a privilege to be here today with you for this 15th edition of IYMS. Without further ado, I would just like to share with you three key important messages. The first one is, of course, that we are living in unprecedented times, as it has been said today. We are extremely challenged by the current circumstances all across the world. We are not even capable right now of measuring the impact of the socioeconomic impact of what is now one of the biggest economic shocks for human's history. And we are privileged to be here, to have the capacity and the technology to conduct this IYMS for the first time online. And of course, I want to congratulate each and every one of you participants for being here and to take a moment within these unprecedented times to engage and to connect, to take the time to learn, to grow, and to share your ideas with your fellow participants and with all of these fantastic members of IYMS. The second thing that I want to share with you is why is UNESCO delighted to be a partner of IYMS, and why has it been a close partner for the past years. Because for us, youth action is one of the most important catalyzers of change in the world. And the second thing is because the focus areas, the key areas from IYMS are completely in line with the international agenda that we call the 2030 Agenda, which is a pathway to implement 17 Sustainable Development Goals to achieve peace and sustainable development. And we believe that without youth action, this agenda will not be able to be successful. So we joined forces with IYMS because we trust that each and every one of you participants of IYMS will be those young leaders that will bring forward the change that humanity needs to achieve peace and sustainable development. And the third message that I want to share with you today is the importance on keeping an eye on leaving no one behind and the most vulnerable out there, particularly on gender equality. We have seen that women across the globe have seen the biggest burden across the pandemic because of gender-based violence, because of the burden of the housework at home, etc. We need to keep an eye on gender issues because we cannot leave behind half of humanity, and we cannot move forward to building a peaceful and sustainable world while leaving half of humanity behind. So I congratulate each and every one of you again for being here, for engaging, and we truly believe that youth action is the most important tool to change the world, and I'm very happy to be a part of this. I will be seeing you for the masterclass, and I wish you the best week and a fantastic IYMS, and back to you, Croatia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear JP, for those encouraging and hopeful words. Hope is what drove the original Los Angeles media instructors 15 years ago to find a way to address the 7 issues IYMS focuses on and encourage youth to take action.
Last year, we were courageous enough to accept to host this year's event, celebrating the 15 years of IYMS. Antonio, how did you find this experience so far?
Well, I can share with all of you how it all started for us. Before we even reached Nepal last year, Rebecca and I both knew that we would be hosting the next IYMS. I will always remember that moment, one of the first nights after we arrived. We were sitting on the balcony and you said, "So let's start. First of all, what could possibly go wrong?" I told you, "We cannot know. We will just have to put out the fires as we go." Weeks after that, Carlo and I were brainstorming on so many tech-related things when he asked me, "Antonio, let's start with what could possibly go wrong?" And I said the same thing to him. Of course, this pandemic was probably one of the worst things that could happen, for something to go so wrong. And all of us being here together goes to show whatever goes wrong, we can always do our best to overcome it together. We can imagine anything together. It's only about having amazing people around you. And all of IYMS is now around us.
That's true. And you guys, the footage you've just seen is from one of our festivals in Karlovac, Croatia. So you're not seeing what you missed, but you're seeing what you will see next year. So I hope you like this little glimpse of our next summit location. Now, when it comes to my summit experience, I accidentally ended up on the summit in Australia 3 years ago. I was supposed to go with Antonio, but unfortunately he broke his leg. So it was me all by myself, not knowing anyone and going to a completely other continent. And there I found so many valuable people and forged so many wonderful friendships and just found a whole new international family. And then next year in Nepal, both of us were able to come. And little did I know 3 years ago that one day I will host not one, but 2 summits.
We were not alone on this journey, of course. One of the most essential people mentoring us throughout our journey was our dear Sanja Zanki-Page, head of festival and educational programs at the Croatian Film Association.
Surely, Sanja would like to meet and greet each and every one of you. Sanja, please, take it away.
This was very spontaneous. Hello, everyone. It's so nice to see like all these words coming on the right side of the screen. I must admit, I really hoped we will be able to join and to host you in Karlovac this year. But I wouldn't agree with Antonio what he mentioned that what could possibly go wrong. Actually, I think we had a little bit of benefit from all of this and from Corona and pandemic situation. I think that we are the first country that has the hosting of summit 2 years in a row. So we win. I really am proud of what these young people have set up. You can't see Ora and Carlo, who are really working behind the screen. I promise you that you will see them on our Instagram and Facebook page. And of course, I also am saying hi to our delegates all over the world. And for sure, I think that we will have an amazing time next year in Karlovac. Actually, I'm going there in an hour, so at least some of us will be there. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to host the International Youth Media Summit. And after all of this, I think that the 16th will be something to remember even more. Okay.
Thank you so much, Sanja. And
Stay
now
here.
we
Now
give you
it's
the
time
privilege.
for the official cutting the ribbon
Ooh.
and opening the 15th IYMS.
Thank you.
Yay.
And we can use this one
as a sticker.
As a sticker.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Sanja.
You're welcome.
With that, we would like to conclude the first part of the opening of the 15th Annual International Youth Media Summit.
But wait, that's not everything we have prepared for you. Thank you for attending the official opening. We are now switching to the orientation call for this year's delegates.
Please join us there quickly so that we can enjoy some music together, celebrate this special day, and hear more about how we plan to make the summit happen.
Right now, open the chat, click the link, and join us on another call as fast as you can.
Stop!
Oh, we've been stopped.
A special delivery, wait. A special delivery from America.
What?
Yes. So, Evelyn, say hi again. I can't see you, but you can see us. So this is a treat, which is something that comes all over from America. And I think you will enjoy it later when your sugar level drops down. So no tears, please.
What would IYMS be without surprises?
Oh my
Here
God.
you go.
Thank you so much.
Let's take a pic.
What is it?
Wow, can we show it without ruining it? No, I'm scared.
I'm scared. I'm sorry. We can take a picture. I don't want to ruin this.
Wow. Okay, we'll take a picture and post it in the Facebook group. Yeah.
To motivate you to join Facebook.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Wow, we need to put this in the fridge. Okay. Okay.
It's cooking in here. This has to go in the fridge.
Okay. Please put it in the fridge so we can eat it later. Okay. Now, let's get back to the last seconds of the opening ceremony. So, please open the chat, click the link, and join us on another call as fast as you can. Because the first person that joins us, we have prepared a special gift card for the next year's summit in Croatia.
And don't miss the musical surprise in the beginning. New surprises. Click, 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 and let's switch.